we've got Tate Ratledge, had a really good 10-yard split. Nice 40 time under 5 seconds. I got to say the offensive lineman brought it this year. Really like some of the testing times that we're seeing from some of these guys. And I think that you're going to feel good about taking guys in the second, third round of this draft. You're not getting guys that are just lunch pail guys that are athletically deficient that you're hoping are going to be able to get by on their cerebral nature and grittiness. You're going to actually have some guys with some legitimate talent and mobility and movement skills that you don't typically always get in these drafts. And Tate Ratledge, right guard, meat and potatoes kind of guy that you do worry a little bit on tape with him from a mobility angle of things at times, and always getting the second level and getting that done. So this stuff does give you some reassurances there with him in that ability to get it, stay in and still fit into movement-based stuff, or i.e. a zone-based scheme like we run here. And I think he's going to fit into it really well. 6'6.5", 308, 32 1/4 inch arms. You like him a little longer, but that's not the worst for a guard inside. That's why he's kicked into guards at side at times. Big hands. Love to see that on these offensive linemen, but he tested pretty well all across the board. None of these numbers are going to be next level necessarily, but they're all really good markers versus what you might typically get with a lineman where it's 5'2", and 1.82 10-yard split and a 27-inch vertical leap. As a player at the forefront, Tate Ratledge is a monster-sized right guard who can move in space, and he brings bad intentions off the blocks. You want your linemen to take souls, to finish men into the dirt, to play to the echo of the whistle. Tate is a pure soul snatcher for the position. He is big and powerful and knows it. Coming off the ball, I don't know if there's a better guard at showing instant knockback power in the run game in this entire draft. On first contact, over and over on the tape, you see the defensive lineman go backwards. So many other college guards will be at their best in pass pro, but will only give you stalemates in the run game. He gets unusual, true, significant movement. Now, defenses seem to try to counter his power by having the defensive lineman across from him do a bunch of one-gapping, trying to outquick him to a spot. Ratledge was usually pretty sly to the game and directed them away from the play pretty easily. As good as Ratledge is in the run game, he might be even better in pass protection. You are not going to overpower him with a bull rush unless you got about a half hour to get to the quarterback. Then he also has more than good enough lateral ability to stay with the quicker foe. Within the Seahawks' new outside zone scheme, historically it's looking for athletic movers for the position. And Tate confirmed with his testing, having the second best 10-yard split on his 40 and the best 3-cone time to show he's got the goods to be that fit. All right. So if he's so complete and astonishing, why is he a second rounder? First, while he does move well in space overall, he can sometimes be a little lumbering and stiff on tape. And the further out into space he has to go to hit his block, the less of his chances for success. There are times in pass pro where twitchy guys can cause him some issues, but this is mitigated by him playing right guard and getting the normal center help to that side. Tate is as straightforward an evaluation as you're going to come across. A good all-around game that isn't perfect, but one that should allow him to be a plus cog on whatever offensive line he goes to. Ready-made. Day one starter, who offers more potential at right guard than perhaps any Seahawks right guard in their history. But that speaks more to the 50 years of bad right guard play, doesn't it? No shade, Chris Gray. No shade, J.R. Sweezy. You get Tate Ratledge, the many questions at right guard suddenly have an answer.